An iPad to me is one of those devices that's always clutch when it comes to making overwhelming school tasks easier. But here's the best part, it doesn't have to break the bank. As a college student myself, I have come to realize that having the 9th generation iPad is one of the best investments I have made. It has a relatively big screen, the battery is reliable, and with the right accessories, it should be enough to get you through college without the need of an expensive upgrade. At the beginning of every semester, we tend to spend lots of money on textbooks and study accessories just to get things done properly, and then we most likely put them away for good at the end of the semester. It just feels calm to know that I can save my money on expensive textbooks with just a few tricks using this piece of tech while relieving myself of heavy books. If you're a student looking for a budget-friendly tablet to make your life easier whilst in college, here are the reasons why the 9th generation iPad might be the best option for you in 2023. Since we're talking about a budget-friendly iPad, the Wi-Fi only with 60GB of storage is perfect in my opinion. I find myself using my 9th gen iPad in a Wi-Fi environment most of the time, so spending an extra $120 for a cellular version is an overkill in my opinion. For photos on the iCloud settings, I turn off sync with this iPad so that pictures taken on my iPhone don't automatically download on my iPad to save storage space. The refresh rate is at 60Hz on the display, which sounds pretty low, but it runs smoothly, so I wouldn't care too much about that, and you might not even notice except you're coming from a higher refresh rate iPad. Taking notes on the 10.2-inch Retina display has been a good experience for me so far. The screen real estate is enough for me to write without having my hands cramped or my writing feeling constrained. The bezels are quite big, but wouldn't be a problem if you don't care about the looks or size, because you still get a spacious 10.2-inch screen. The general screen size not only provides enough room for comfortable work but also excels in multitasking. You can easily split the screen to run up to 2 apps side by side, enhancing your productivity and making the most of your college tasks. At 500 nits of brightness, tasks like viewing documents, using wide range of apps, or even watching YouTube videos have been a breeze for me. The vibrant and well lit display ensures that I can tackle my task at ease while switching between productivity apps. However, it does have a very reflective glass that's also sensitive to fingerprints. While I'm personally not bothered by the glass, I still got a paper-like screen protector from Amazon just for a better writing experience. This accessory not only provides a more textile paper-like experience while taking notes, but also serves as a practical purpose of reducing glass reflections. So it's a win-win in my opinion, enhancing both the feel and usability of the iPad. The 9th generation iPad only supports the 1st gen Apple Pencil, but personally I pair it up with a third-party stylus pen which I got from Amazon, and I have realized it's all I need to get the most out of my iPad as a student. A good alternative for the Apple Pencil will be the one from Logitech if you want to save money and get the best quality at the same time. But personally, I use a cheaper one under $20, which is not the best option, but it does the job for now, so I'm okay with it. I also got this case which is great for having my iPad in different sitting positions. Its leather cover is detachable from the magnetic ring at the back, which just makes it easy when I feel like there's too much going on. A friend of mine gave me this pen holder, but I'm sure you can get one from Amazon. Links in the description. I drive for about an hour every day to get to school, so I like to just stay at school after class to tackle my homework and any other school related task. One thing I've come to rely on heavily is the battery life of my iPad. Whether I'm taking notes, using it as a textbook, or browsing through the web, I don't have to worry about my battery dying on me thanks to the built-in 32W rechargeable battery. And if I ever need some juice for any reason, its box includes a 20W USB-C power adapter and a USB-C to lightning cable. It has the old school Touch ID on the home button for accessibility, which I'm fine with because it's just easier to access in my opinion. The speakers are not the best, but you really won't be using them in public, and most people use their earbuds these days. Right from the day that I saw you, I know that you got it out of stone. Keep up my mind, wherever you walk, that you all on my mind. Not the best, but you know what I'm saying, it does the job if you want it. And it also has an headphone jack which works perfectly if you ever want to connect to your wired headphones. I sometimes up on FaceTime with my friends when I'm not busy. The cameras are actually decent. The front facing camera has a center stage feature which is amazing. I love how it keeps me in frame whenever I move around. With 12 megapixel at 1080p, it's great for video calls and online classes or meetings. With the back camera at 8 megapixel, I use it to scan documents when I need to turn in online assignments with apps like Cam Scanner, and it never disappoints. Let me cook. Yeah. Lady. Hey. Speaking of apps, I have quite a few that I believe should be a must-have for students using an iPad. My go-to app for note-taking is the GoodNotes app. With GoodNotes, I can effortlessly jot down handwritten notes, draw diagrams, and even annotate PDFs directly on my iPad. The app is filled with cool features like highlighter, shape drawing, adding screenshots of pictures of your textbook to your notes, and many more. My most favorite feature of this app is how I could search for a particular note from previous semesters. I remember using this feature in my calc class to search for a topic related to trigonometry in my previous trig class. The GoodNotes app is a very powerful and unique tool that has transformed the way I capture and organize my notes. During my calculus days, the Cam Scanner app was a lifesaver. I used to have tons of handout homeworks to turn in before 11:59. The Cam Scanner app helps make this task easy by turning photo of handwritten notes into clear PDFs. Perfect for those last-minute homework submissions. I think it's a must-have app for any student using an iPad. I have adopted a smart strategy to save money as a college student. I often search for free PDF versions of textbooks online, specifically from websites like Library Genesis. Once I find the textbooks I need, I download them directly on my iPad and use the Adobe Acrobat to view and read them. The Adobe Acrobat app is great for highlighting points when I'm studying from a PDF textbook. And I can also make comments on a page, which has made studying easier for me for the past few months. Sometimes when I have homework assignments in PDF format, I prefer to download them and write directly on my iPad using a stylus pen, eliminating the need to print them out. I often find myself splitting my iPad screen, allowing me to simultaneously view my PDF textbook while I take notes in the GoodNotes app, boosting my productivity during study sessions. I back up my schoolwork, including essays and group projects, on Google Drive because it's just incredibly convenient to access from any device and makes sharing with professors and group members a breeze. I often switch between Microsoft Word and Google Docs when writing my papers, so if you ask me which is better, I'd say it depends. Google Docs is excellent for quick accessibility and seamless sharing from any device, which is incredibly convenient. On the other hand, Microsoft Word offers greater flexibility when it comes to editing your text, and many find it visually appealing. So it really depends on your priorities and what you value the most in a word processing tool. Depending on your course or major, you might find it valuable to have apps like PowerPoint and Excel. However, these apps aren't a major part of the classes I take. As a computer science major, my days can get overwhelming at times, so I rely on apps like Notion and Google Calendar to keep everything organized. Notion is my go-to for managing everything on my plate, from to-do list to daily routine and even planning content creation projects. Google Calendar, on the other hand, is my lifeline for class schedules, reminder for office hours with professors and TAs, and all my meeting appointments in general. These apps have become essential tools in helping me stay on top of my academic and personal commitments. To maintain focus and avoid distractions during my study sessions, I make use of my custom school focus mode from the settings, ensuring that my valuable study time is used efficiently. I also leverage my 9th generation iPad as an extended screen for my MacBook. This expands my workspace and enhances multitasking capabilities, a handy trick to stay productive. You can do this by going to display in your MacBook settings, click on this plus tab, and select extend to iPad. This feature drains the battery on the iPad and also your MacBook, so it's better to have your MacBook connected to a power source and then connect your iPad to your MacBook via USB. It also works smoother when connected this way. Using these tricks on my iPad for almost 2 years has helped me achieve my associate degree, and now that I'm pursuing my bachelor's degree, I will continue to rely on these versatile tools to stay organized, boost my productivity, and excel in my studies. Whether it's taking notes, accessing textbooks, managing my schedule, or collaborating with peers, the 9th generation iPad has proven to be a valuable companion of my academic journey. I hope these insights and tips have been helpful to you as well, and that you can make the most out of your iPad in your college experience.